Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Overlord Gaming here, and today I kind of want to bring up an idea to you guys about no quickscoping in Advanced Warfare. Now the only reason why this actually came up was because I was searching for it on Google, and I found a little article on it and I read through, and I actually kind of went back and looked at the gameplay, and I kind of wanted to make a commentary about quickscoping in the game. But really, I personally believe that quickscoping won't be as prominent within Advanced Warfare as it would be in any other Call of Duty, because the game, Advanced Warfare, it is more revolved around 3D movement. You can, skip over people, you can jump over people, jump back, jump forward, boost left, boost right, whatever. There's a lot of verticality to the game, there's going to be a lot of movement, and the better players are going to be the ones who can accurately use their exosuit and land those shots consistently. And with quickscoping, that's going to be a lot harder to do, and it's just not going to be as anywhere near as rewarding. Now what I mean by that is, yeah, whenever you actually get the kill, it is going to feel really good, but the amount of times that you're actually going to be able to land that kill and consistently kill people with sniper rifles where you're using an exosuit is very, very slim if you're in a close quarters combat scenario. Because as again, they're going to be jumping around, they're going to be moving very fluidly, and just landing that shot and being able to, have to pull the hammer back and then load the extra bullet into the magazine and then, yeah, fire the weapon again, it just takes too much time. Compared to having an automatic weapon like an SMG or an assault rifle or maybe something like a shotgun. So, I personally believe that quickscoping will be at least dumbed down a little bit. If I recall, one of the creators of the game said, sniping is, quote, cancerous, and I personally have to agree with that, because a lot of the times I feel that quickscoping in games is relatively cheap, depending on what you're playing. I can actually see Battlefield being one of the games that it isn't cheap in, along with Halo and Gears of War, because all those games usually require 2 shots to the body to kill someone, or, a good shot to the head, or they already have to be wounded. So, that actually makes it okay in my opinion, because, there's a larger skill gap there. Not only that, but these games tend to have better hitboxes and hit registration than what Call of Duty does. A lot of times whenever you go into a game of Call of Duty and you play something like Search and Destroy, or even Team Deathmatch and you see the final kill, if someone's quickscoping, you'll occasionally see them shoot behind the person and totally miss, and the person will still die, and it's just a load of bullshit, and you're like, what? That didn't happen, etc, etc, but that's actually because of the way the game is made, how the lag compensation works, and how the bullet magnetism works. Now, for stuff like Call of Duty and Halo, and even Battlefield, I don't particularly mind it, mainly because Battlefield has bullet drop and the actual bullet travel time, meaning a lot of times if you're not in really close quarters combat scenarios where you're already at a huge disadvantage, you will have to aim in front of the enemy. So a lot of times you actually do have to kind of, aim and be patient somewhat and know what you're doing with a sniper rifle. For Halo, quickscoping is relatively hard. You can't necessarily quickscope because either your reticule gets dragged up whenever you aim down your sight, or you get scoped out depending on what game you're playing. Now you can no-scope, but that's a little iffy because the reticule is so small. And Halo doesn't have as much lag compensation or bullet magnetism, at least not in the older games. In Halo 4 it did. As for Gears of War, it's a third-person shooter. Kind of obvious as to why, I don't mind quickscoping as much. I mean, just because of how the character models are. They're like big, clunky rocks and, big boulders, and they're not all too easy to quickscope. I mean, if they're running at you, point blank in a straight line, then yes, I could see it being easier, but if they're actually being smart and dodging to the left and dodging to the right, then the chances of you hitting them are actually relatively slim. And I do say that if there is going to be quickscoping in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, then they at least need to tone down the amount of bullet magnetism and aim assist within the game, and make people who are actually good at quickscoping, you know, rewarded and make them feel good, and, you know, not give them all these free kills. Because a lot of times, as again, you'll see people miss with sniper rifles and still somehow magically land the kill. And this is very prominent throughout all the Call of Duties, as I've said, and it's just promptly annoying, and that needs to be fixed. That needs to be gotten rid of. I personally wouldn't mind quickscoping at all if, you know, the game had better balancing and better hit registration. And a better net code. Because a lot of times whenever I die by a sniper rifle, I'm either already around the corner or the person completely misses. So, as again, I personally believe that Advanced Warfare will dumb down quickscoping quite a bit. Quickscoping will be nowhere near as prominent within Advanced Warfare as it is within any other Call of Duty game because of all the 3D movement. I personally believe that if there is people quickscoping, or if there are people quickscoping, excuse me, that those people are actually going to have relatively a large amount of skill depending on how they do the lag compensation and the net code. You guys, give me your ideas on what you guys think of the lag compensation and the net code for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If you think, you know, quickscoping will be good, and, you know, if they'll have good net code, if everything's going to be set up right based on, you know, lag and how it's going to work in matchmaking. And, you know, if the hit markers hit boxes are going to move behind people. You know, voice your opinion on, you know, what you think exactly is going to be in Advanced Warfare and how well it's going to play. This is Overlord signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.